the other Saturday. Went and I fished this really small trout stream. And the thing about it was, it's real small. And I got in, I started fishing, and I wasn't catching anything except real small fish. Now, these are brook trout. They don't get all that big in the first place. But I know the stream has some decent, you know, it's got some 8-9 inch fish in it. And so I'm fishing along, I'm hitting places. I hadn't been there in like 15 years maybe. And but I knew it had fish, and I just wasn't getting the action. And it crossed my mind. I said, and I think it shows on the video, or I said, I must be fishing behind somebody. So I didn't think much about it. I just kept fishing. Finally, I caught 2 really nice ones back to back. And I didn't have my camera on. I thought it was on, and it wasn't. I had gotten hung up, turned the camera off, got my line out of the trees, and just forgot to turn it back on, and missed the two best ones. And they were beautiful, very colorful fish. They were the highlight of the video, but we missed out. So y'all get to see me catch some really small trout and get tangled up. But it's a really neat place. It's beautiful. The water's crystal clear. But anyway, it's funny. Later, I went to another spot to fish, and there's a guy coming out of the river where I just pulled up to fish. We got to talking. And I said, you catching any? He said, I just caught one down here. And he said, but I did catch some up. I'm just going to call this place Spot X. He said, but he didn't mention it. He just said, he mentioned the area is what he did. And so he said, yeah, I caught some up at this area. And I said, were you at Spot X? And he looked at me and he went, yeah, how did you know? I said, yeah, I fished behind you. I was about an hour behind him, about an hour. So I never did see him, you know, on the river. But it's funny running into him later down the mountain. This is really high elevation. It runs about 5,000 feet above sea level, which of course for the eastern seaboard, that's very high. And if you'll excuse, I noticed when I was watching the video that I was breathing heavy all the time. And then it hit me. I said, oh man, that's right. I'm at 5,000 foot, almost 5,000 feet higher than I live and work. And so I was out of breath. Plus I had, excuse me, I had pneumonia as a kid. I had bronchitis and I had asthma. So y'all see me play basketball. It lasts about 2 minutes. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the movie. And let me show you the fly I used. This little elk hair caddis. That's what I used to catch my fish with. But anyway, when I wasn't tangled up in the trees. Anyway, see you guys on the water. Well, ain't got any room for a back cast. That's what happens when you get small creeks like this. It sure is fun though. If I could learn to cast. It's the wind. Yeah, right. Keep telling yourself that. Well, just that one little bitty one. Guess it's about 3 years ago. Had a really bad flood, really bad. Back when Columbia, South Carolina got flooded and all those people died, had to evacuate and all that. Well, the problem is some of these little creeks up in the high mountains, they get flash floods and the water gets so bad that sometimes it really kills a bunch of fish. And I think that happened here, and I don't think the numbers have come back yet. They will eventually. You know, it's happened before, it'll happen again. It's just nature. And I fished, this being fairly flat compared to some parts of this creek, I figured these fish might have been okay. But today,
We're gonna find out if they're here still or not. Only thing I've seen is little ones like that. I'm talking 3-inch long fish. That's all I'm seeing. That one might have gone 4. They're not taking it all the way. Oh, somebody could be fishing up above me and already caught these fish, and they're real spooky. That happens a lot. Our streams are getting so crowded, and I don't blame people. I'm here, you know. Oh. Missing fish like crazy. They just ain't taking this fly. They just aren't. They're hitting at it, slapping at it. I'm not feeling it at all. I've fished this. Used to fish it a lot. Years ago, for a couple of years, I fished it quite a bit. And over the years, the biggest one I've ever caught was 12 inches. I've caught 2 of them that big. Oh man, it'd be hard to get close to that bank. A lot of times we'll be up under that bank in this shallow of the water, but under that bank you'll have a place to hide. I can get close to it without doing that. It's sitting right there in front of you. He may not be there. That's just beautiful there. Man, this thing's stuck on. Dang it. Come on. Yeah. Perfect. Someone lost their dog, I think, or a kid, or a toddler. Oh my goodness! I think they're getting smaller and smaller. I'm not exactly sure. Ah, I snagged him. Oh, go on. All right, buddy. All right. Ah. Let me do that. Thank you, sir. under that stick right there. Of course I had to. Well, maybe I can pick it up. Okay, let's get back to it. Right, task at hand. Oh, there's one right there. He was right there, right there. Nothing on. I just missed one point there. There's one more near the riffle. Waiting for some food. Come down. I've got room for a back cast. There we go. You gonna be there? Maybe not. Look perfect though. There we go, right there, come on. Man, I swore one would have been in that deeper water right next to that riffle. There we go. Oh. Should have been one there. Now one thing, you notice I tight spots like this, I'll do a lot of roll casting. And that's one of the reasons I use a double taper line, not a weight forward, double taper. Get a little bit better roll cast. Man, I ain't believing this. Somebody must have fished here in front of me. There's no room to cast. There should have been one right there. That's just perfect spot. There we go. Oh yeah, hey, a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Come on. There we go. Yeah, nice little fish. Yep. A little tight here. Not bad though, not bad. It's doable. This is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. There's no casting in here. Now, one good thing about a lot of these tight creeks like this, you get over on the shady side, they can't see you nearly as good. Not nearly as good. And I should have wore green. I should have wore green or a brown to blend in. Matter of fact, when I used to do this a lot, I would actually wear camo. Just all out camouflage. I'm gonna bust my butt. I'm on this big slanted rock. There we go. Oh. Where, buddy? That's good. That was fun. Good grief. Yeah, this right here is the name of the game. There we go. This is gorilla fishing, man. Oh. It's a pain in the butt, that's what this is. Back years ago. Now, this stream, I'm not going to tell you its name. I'm not going to tell you where it's at. Nothing. This is just a really cool place. It can't take a lot of pressure. I mean, someone could come in here and just catch tons of these things. And then after a year, season, you ain't gonna have any fish. And I do kind of like having it to myself. To be real honest with you, people fish it, but man, it used to not. There was this, I guess it was back in 97, 2000, sometime in there, right when everyone was on the internet all of a sudden, and there was this guy. He did a blog post type thing. He came up here and he had pictures, and he had pictures of the signs and said exactly where it's at, what the name of it is, all this kind of stuff. And I used to come up here that time. I'd come up here on a Saturday, and man, I mean, literally, I would have it too. I broke off again. Man, I am not tying my knots good. Oh, getting hung up. Probably roughed up the leader. But anyway, this guy, he did that, and fishing pressure just went to 10 times normal. Literally within a year. And I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, you know, if I ever see that guy, I'm gonna kill him. Yep, I'm gonna kill him. He just messed up a really good spot. Seems it toned down now though. But anyway, now we gotta retie. That's a good place for one to be. Oh man, I'm really surprised about that. There should have been one in there. There should have been one right there too. Oh well. Oh, there. That's a good place for one to hang back. There's depth. There's rocks they can hide under. That's a good looking spot right there. There it is. Right there. Right there. Yep. Man, it's a good looking spot. Really surprised. Really good looking spot. There we go. Well, maybe not. Huh, man, it looks so good. It does look good. Oop. Oh my goodness. I think that last one I caught could probably eat this one if he wanted to. That's it. Look at the colors. Wow. I was sitting there thinking I might have an audience on the bridge right there. Then I thought, wait, I'm filming for an audience. Man, I'm really amazed there's not a better one in here. Oh well. Now this rod I'm using, this is an Orvis Rocky Mountain, which was one of their budget type models, but they use the same blanks on their quality rods, on their high-end rods for years. This is an old rod, okay? I mean let's see, I'm trying to think. I got this rod in like 98. Yeah, somewhere like that. That's how old this rod is. And it has done a lot of this. Oh man, this is a decent one right there, where he shouldn't have been. Ah, food. Yep, I did it that time. Okay, you see this little creek right here? All right, this used to not be as grown up. It was more almost just brush, about that high. And me and a buddy one time started from where it hits the main creek, and we followed it up, catching brook trout all through there. Isn't that amazing?